Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Menken here with Splash Sports. Today is June 20th, 2024. My apologies on not having a video up yesterday. My internet was down over here. Updated you guys all on X over at Nick Menken. Make sure to go follow me if you're not already doing so. We ended up going 1-2. Had a losing day over on X, but we're back here looking to have a winning day. Let's roll right into this. Remember, on this show, all we care about is the first 6 outs of the ball game. Plain and simple. A NRFI means no runs first inning, while a YRFI means yes runs first inning. But before I get into those plays, be sure to smash that like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel and toggle on that notification button. That way, every time I drop another video, you guys will be notified. All right, let's take a look at Thursday's game. Starting off with game number 1, we got the Seattle Mariners taking on the Cleveland Guardians here. For the Seattle Mariners, they'll have Luis Castillo on the mound. He's 6-7 this season, 89.1 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting at a 3.33 here, 92 strikeouts, as he is averaging a strikeout here per inning and 33 earned runs here for Castillo. He'll be matched up against the Cleveland Guardians' Logan Allen, who's 7-3, 69.2 innings of work. Does have a little higher end of an ERA, sitting at a 5.3 here, 57 strikeouts and 41 earned runs for Logan Allen. You look at what he did in his last start, picking up a win against that Blue Jays team, going 5 innings of work, 3 hits, and 1 earned run there. He hasn't pitched back at home since May 18th. I think he builds off of his road win in his last performance against the Blue Jays here at home against the Seattle Mariners, who have been lacking in run production. You look at what they did yesterday against the Cleveland Guardians. They did not score a single run there, getting blown out 8-0. Clearly struggling offensively for the Seattle Mariners team. They got their guy, though, on the mound in Luis Castillo, who picked up a win in his last start here against the Rangers, going 6 innings of work, 4 hits, and 2 earned runs. We'll see what this Seattle Mariners could do as they got their guy on the mound here, but I think Logan Allen comes out, especially after his last performance, and he's pitching back at home. I think he fills it up and has a very good outing here. That's why in game number 1 between the Seattle Mariners and the Cleveland Guardians, we are smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. So we're on to our second game between the Kansas City Royals and the Oakland Athletics here. For the Kansas City Royals, they got Seth Lugo on the mound. He's 10-2 currently this season. 97.1 innings of work here. He does have a lower end of an ERA, sitting at a 2.4, 79 strikeouts and 26 earned runs on the season here. He'll be matched up in Oakland against the Athletics. Mitch Spence, who is 4-3, 57 innings of work, does have an ERA a little higher at a 3.94, 45 strikeouts and 25 earned runs here for Spence. Hasn't picked up a win or a loss in his last 3 starts here for Spence. In his last start against the Minnesota Twins, he ended up going 5.2 innings of work, 9 hits, and 4 earned runs. I will say one thing about Mitch Spence: he pitches a lot better back at home, and he is at home against this Kansas City Royals team, who is matched up against with their guy on the mound in Seth Lugo, who picked up his 10th win of the season in his last outing against that Los Angeles Dodgers on the road there in Los Angeles, going 6 innings of work, 6 hits, and only 2 earned runs. You've seen what this Athletics team did in yesterday's ball game. They jumped right ahead of this Kansas City Royals team in that bottom of the first, scoring 2 runs. I don't think that is going to be the case whatsoever here in this game with Seth Lugo on the mound. That's why in game number 2 between the Kansas City Royals and the Oakland Athletics, we are smacking the NRFI also. No runs first inning. Let's roll into our third and final game between the San Francisco Giants and the St. Louis Cardinals here. For the San Francisco Giants, they have Keaton Winn on the mound, who is 3-7 this season with 52.2 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting at a 6.67, with 46 strikeouts and 39 earned runs. That ERA is high here for Keaton, who struggles on the road. He'll be matched up here against the St. Louis Cardinals' Andre Palante. He's 2-3 with 27.1 innings of work. Does have an ERA high too at a 4.61 here. 21 strikeouts and only 14 earned runs. You look at what Palante did. He's coming off a loss in his last start against the Cubs, going only 3.1 innings of work. 5 hits and 1 earned run there. The bright side for Palante in his last home start, he pitched really well against the Rockies and got the win. He is pitching here at home, which is favoring the St. Louis Cardinals here, because Keaton Winn looks a lot better at home than he does on the road. And Keaton Winn got the loss in his last start against the Angels, where he went 5 innings of work, 5 hits, and 3 earned runs there. Like I said, Keaton does not like to pitch on the road. His last road game was against the Rangers, only going 4.1 innings of work, 6 hits, and 7 earned runs. You look at what these St. Louis Cardinals did. They just dropped 2 games to the Miami Marlins in Miami. I think the St. Louis Cardinals offense comes out of the gates, especially with Keaton Winn on the mound, who struggles on the road for the San Francisco Giants. That's why in game number 3, between the San Francisco Giants and the St. Louis Cardinals, we are smacking the YRFI yes runs first inning. Let's take a recap of the games I've selected for you today. Game number 1, between the Seattle Mariners and the Cleveland Guardians, we are smacking the NRFI no runs first inning. Game number 2, between the Kansas City Royals and the Oakland Athletics, we are smacking the NRFI no runs first inning. In our third and final game, between the San Francisco Giants and the St. Louis Cardinals, we are smacking the YRFI yes runs first inning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Menken with Splash Sports. If you have not done so, smack that like button for me. It helps me out a ton and it costs you guys none. And make sure to go follow me over on X at Nick Menken. Best of luck and best bets.